Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to all of you to this very momentous day, the launch of Curtin University, Colombo. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get started with our proceedings, at the very outset, in our part of the world, it's customary to begin a significant occasion like this with the lighting of the traditional oil lamp to signify an auspicious start to our proceedings. So therefore, to now do the honors of the official lamp lighting, I'd like to invite the following dignitaries to please join us. We're delighted to invite His Excellency Paul Stevens, the Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Professor Lalit Gamage, Chairman, Curtin Colombo, Vice Chancellor and CEO, SLIIT, Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM, Vice Chancellor, Curtin University, Professor Xiaotian Zhang, Deputy Vice Chancellor Global, Curtin University, Professor Lakshman Ratnaikar, Chancellor, SLIIT, Professor Nimal Rajapaksa, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost, SLIIT, Dr. Marco Schultes, Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer, Curtin University, Mr. Nigel De Silva, Director Global Partnerships, Curtin University, Dr. L.J.S.H. Cabral, Board Member, SLIIT International, Mr. K.D. Gamani Gunaratna, Board Member, SLIIT International, Professor Mahesha Kapuru Bandara, Board Member, SLIIT International, Mr. Vish Govindasamy, Group Managing Director, Sunshine Holdings, Mr. Kanaga Mohundan, representing the parents, Mr. Eranga Kurukula Arachi, President of the Alumni Chapter in Sri Lanka, and Mr. Mithil Rajapaksa, President of the Student Guild. We'd like to invite our dignitaries to join us now in lighting the traditional oil lamp. Thank you very much to our dignitaries. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, as we now commence this special occasion, may I request us all to please rise for the national anthems of Sri Lanka and Australia.
Sri Lanka Mata, Upper Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata. Sundara Siri Tarini, Surani Ati Sobhamana Lanka. Raya Nada Nekamal Valaturu Piri Jaya Bhumiya Ranya. Apahata Sapa Siri Seta Sadhana, Jeevana Ye Mata.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may please take your seats now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin this brilliant evening together by presenting before all of you a very graceful opening dance to welcome you to this special occasion. Our dancers have put together a vibrant and exquisite performance, and I'm sure we can't wait to see them take stage. This is the Channa Upuli Performing Arts Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome them up with a huge round of applause. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you agree that was a grace-filled performance right there, enriching the splendor of the special occasion we are celebrating today. And on that note, once again, good evening to all of you and a very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this historic occasion in Sri Lanka's education journey, ladies and gentlemen, the launch of Curtin University in Colombo. Can we please put our hands together as we celebrate this fantastic milestone? Yes, indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a milestone that has been several years in the making. And it is, of course, a brilliant accolade for both Curtin University as well as for SLIIT. The two institutions have had a remarkable partnership spanning 2.5 decades. And this collaboration between Curtin University and SLIIT has now led to this proud achievement of establishing Curtin Colombo as Curtin University's 5th global campus. Now, as many of you in the audience might be aware, Curtin University is proudly ranked among the top 1% of universities worldwide, and that's according to the Academic Ranking of World Universities 2023. Not just that, it's also placed within the top 200 universities globally in the QS rankings for 2024. So I'm sure you agree with me when I say that these prestigious accolades firmly establish Curtin University as a global leader in higher education. And now, with the doors of Curtin University in Colombo open, this institute is committed more than ever to developing the next generation of leaders, innovators, trailblazers, and professionals who are sure to go on to shape the future of not just Sri Lanka's economy, but also, of course, enrich the global arena as well. So at this momentous occasion, we are delighted to be joined by distinguished leaders, both from Curtin University as well as SLIIT. We have other esteemed guests joining us as well. A warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for being a part of this historic occasion. With that being said, as we now get started, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to all of you a remarkable leader in education who is about to do the opening address. Let me read out his profile to you very briefly. Professor Lalit Gamage currently serves as the chairman of Curtin Colombo and the vice chancellor CEO at the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology, or SLIIT. Under his leadership, SLIIT has forged a strong partnership with Curtin University, a collaboration that has since grown for over 2 decades. His tireless efforts in providing access to world-class education in Sri Lanka has now led to the establishment of Curtin University Colombo, a fully fledged global campus within Curtin University's prestigious global network. Professor Gamage holds a degree in Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering from the University of Moratuwa and a PhD from the University of British Columbia, Canada. He played a key role in advancing Sri Lanka's IT industry through leadership positions at the ICTA, the Lanka Software Foundation, the ICT Cluster, and the Arthur C. Clarke Institute. Internationally, he extends his expertise as an affiliate professor at the University of British Columbia in Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, to now deliver the opening address, please join me in welcoming on stage Professor Lalit Gamage.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. His Excellency Paul Stevens, High Commissioner for Australia in Sri Lanka, Professor Harleen Hain, Vice Chancellor of Curtin University, Australia, Professor Shao Tian Zhang, Deputy Vice Chancellor Global, Curtin University, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Chairman of SLIIT, Professor Dr. Marco Chaltis, Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer of Curtin University, Mr. Nigel De Silva, Director Global Partnerships, Professor Nimal Rajapaksa, Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost of SLIIT. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and friends. It is indeed a great pleasure to be here at the launch of this historic, landmark, high-ranking university campus in Sri Lanka, Curtin, Colombo, Sri Lanka. Curtin and SLIT have a long-standing partnership spanning over 24 years. Now, as you become a professor, an aged professor, you like to tell stories. So I'd like to tell a story. You know, when we started SLIT in 1999, primarily to serve the IT industry of Sri Lanka, because IT industry was struggling for professionals, as would agree with me. There are so many leaders of ICT industry here. And my own university, University of Moratuwa, had a computer science department which enrolled only 16 students. And with greatest difficulty, we increased that number to 25. But IT industry was asking for totally different numbers. They want thousands of IT professionals to develop the industry. So we initially wanted to have something within Moratuwa University. As you know, universities, I'm not talking about all universities, some universities are slow to move. So we couldn't start this within Moratuwa University and started as a separate institute. We didn't even have degree awarding status, but when we advertised for a diploma in information technology, we received over 3,150 applications. And I was planning to enroll about 150 because that was the number that was produced by the entire university system, IT graduates, by the entire university system of Sri Lanka. But we quickly expanded ourselves at the BOC Merchant Tower and enrolled 400 students. Then it was only for a diploma. Somehow we really wanted to offer a degree program. So I had a friend whom I met when I was studying in England. He was studying at Cambridge. I knew that he had taken up a position at Curtin University. I contacted him. He brought a team. This was in year 2000. But he brought a team from engineering. But we were not offering engineering. We were offering computer science and IT. So that did not work out, but he went back and sent another team from computer science. And one of those personalities is here, Professor Jeff West. And there was another lady, Professor Sweta. They came and looked at our programs and said, we are willing to franchise our program to you. So that was how we started offering degrees to our students. So with this, both institutions, SLIT grew, and next year round we took 600 students, and now we started producing sufficient number, but still it was not enough for the growth of the IT industry of Sri Lanka. But because of Curtin University's granting of or franchising of the degree, we were able to convince the University Grants Commission. I think the deputy chairman of UGC is also here. I would like to recognize him as well, Professor Vasanta Kumar. So UGC at the time awarded us the degree awarding status. the partnership grew and we expanded our academic programs, because with the IT professionals coming into the industry, IT industry also grew, and IT industry now wanted various specializations: cybersecurity, software engineering, computer systems, and networking. But Curtin, every time we requested Curtin to franchise any of these programs, they obliged and we started offering. So the IT industry grew annually 25% year on year to become the 5th largest export earner for Sri Lanka. And I think most of us know from the IT industry the contribution that we are making for this industry. And SLIT also became one of the premier institutes in Sri Lanka, and we also expanded ourselves into many other areas. The second story is we wanted to start engineering. So we were producing sufficient number. We wanted to look at how we can contribute to the other sectors of the economy, started business management, but engineering was a little tough. And we went through a rigorous process. But at the last minute, we had recruited all the staff, built a building, set up labs, but the ministry was still not approving our degree. Then again, who else to contact? Curtin University contacted Professor Andreas Stelbovics, who's there in the lower left picture. He said, Lalit, I'm going to Thailand. Would you like to come to Thailand and discuss this? Packed my bags and went. And he said, we are willing to give this to you. I will send a team the following week itself. And he sent a team. And that's how we started engineering. And of course, following that, Ministry of Education also granted us the degree awarding status. So I'm really thankful to Curtin University for the development of SLIT. As you know, SLIT today is the largest university in Sri Lanka, ranked among the top 3 by international ranking organizations. So number 1 is Colombo University, number 2 is Jayawardenepura University according to Times Higher Education rankings, and number 3, SLIT, Moratuwa, Jayawardenepura, and Kelaniya. So I think this is a remarkable achievement within a very short period of time, and the same ranking organization has also ranked us as number 1 for most industry engaged university. So Curtin University also helped us in many ways. Now when we started, we had a curriculum, but when we showed the curriculum to Curtin staff, they said, can we improve your curriculum? They improved our curriculum to be world-class curriculum. Not only that, they also trained our staff. Our staff could go to Curtin University and spend a semester, and they got tremendous experience by teaching there, and that experience was brought back. And then Curtin University lecturers came to SLIT and taught our students and shared their experience with our staff. So that was a great help. And also, we recruit very young assistant lecturers who need a career path. They need to do their PhDs. So Curtin University again has helped us in training these lecturers and educating them to get their PhDs. Over 15 PhDs have been trained by Curtin University. Some of them are there on the screen, and some have even gone back and joined Curtin University. But this has made a significant contribution to not only to SLIT, but also to the entire IT industry and our country. So alumni, I think even today we met with alumni. They are doing really great. So we have produced over 3,000 graduates, and that supported the original IT industry before we started producing our own graduates. And our companies, I must also thank our companies like IFS. They had programs, they offered scholarships to Curtin graduates, and they have become very good graduates. Today, if you see some of these graduates, they are either holding C-level positions, very senior positions, or directors of large IT companies or government organizations in Sri Lanka. So then, we've been trying to have this Curtin campus for the last 15 years. I have met many vice chancellors, many deputy vice chancellors, made several business proposals. Then we saw an opportunity with COVID-19 taking place. Said, okay, students can't go to Curtin now. What can we do? Can we expand ourselves? So Curtin still was cautious. They said, okay, you can start as in another location for full franchise programs. That's what we did in 2021. And we started these full franchise programs in this location. That was also quite popular. And also with greatest difficulty, we borrowed the brand Curtin Colombo. But still, it was not a campus. And this was when this particular campus, this particular location was opened as SLIT International. Over the last couple of years, we further expanded our portfolio, going into business management, various fields of engineering, enhance our research collaboration, and as I said, rebranded as Curtin Colombo. But today, this is the ultimate moment. We are launching the 5th Curtin University Global Campus. So in addition to their main campus in Perth, there are campuses in Malaysia, Singapore, Mauritius, and Dubai. And this is the 5th Curtin Global Campus, and we have become one Curtin family. And as mentioned, Curtin University is one of the top-ranked universities, top 1% in the world. And what is important is the highest-ranked university in Sri Lanka now, and the 3rd highest-ranked university in the entire South Asian region. So what does this mean to us? I think it means a lot. With this, what we are planning to do is what the Curtin University has agreed is to bring students from the entire South Asian region to Colombo to make Sri Lanka the education hub for the South Asian region. So with that, I think some of our friends would remember when we started the IT industry's growth in early 2000s. Reshan, who was the former CEO of ICT agency, we were really trying to get this one big company to Sri Lanka. And we really worked at it. And we brought one. And that was the nucleus of the development of the IT industry of Sri Lanka. Similarly, this is the nucleus of the education hub development of Sri Lanka. I'd like to thank the Curtin University team, Professor Harleen Haynes, Professor Shautian, for really convincing the university team. I know it was a tough task for you, but you made it happen. So thank you very much. And with this, our intention is to make, as I said, Sri Lanka as the education hub for the South Asia and to make an economic contribution to the value of $1 billion within the next 3 years. Thank you very much, and thank you. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much to Professor Lalit Gamage for that wonderful message, giving us an overview into this brilliant relationship between Curtin University as well as SLIT, a partnership that has lasted well over 2 decades and today has culminated in this fantastic milestone that we are celebrating, the launch of Curtin University, Colombo. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for an entertainment act to add to the exuberance of this celebration. And joining us up next, we're delighted to share our students of Curtin Colombo. We're talking about a very special duo, and they are sure to deliver a performance that will enthrall us all. We have some talented violinists joining us now. This is Senali Ruvanya and Senuri Lavanya. They're sisters, of course, as you can tell, and we are happy to have them join us on stage and entertain us with their skills on the violin. So with that being said, let's put our hands together for our students of Curtin Colombo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we had it. A delightful performance from our talented students, Senali and Senuri, and we say thank you to them for delighting us with their skills on the violin. I'm sure you agree it added a little extra layer of vibrance to this milestone occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, at the occasion of our launch event, we are delighted to note the presence of Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM, Vice-Chancellor of Curtin University, Australia. May I officially introduce the Vice-Chancellor to you. Professor Hain has been Vice-Chancellor of Curtin University since 2021 and Chair of the Australian Technology Network of Universities since 2023. Previously, she was Vice-Chancellor of the University of Otago, New Zealand. An accomplished researcher in memory development and adolescent risk-taking, she holds a BA from Colorado College and an MSc and PhD from Rutgers University. Recognized with the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to scientific and medical research in 2009, and companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit in recognition of her services to health and well-being in 2022, she also holds honorary doctorates from Colorado College and the University of Otago. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that brief introduction, we now have the privilege of listening to the message from the Vice-Chancellor of Curtin University. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM.
Thank you very much, Trishma, for that very generous introduction, and thank you also very much to Professor Lalath Gamage for your warm welcome and your wonderful words this evening. I'd also like to thank the amazing student performers for sharing their incredible talent with us. They've really added something extra special to our evening. I'd like to begin by acknowledging some of our very special guests that we have this evening, including His Excellency Paul Stevens, Australia High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Professor Lalath Gamage, Chairman for Curtin Colombo and Vice-Chancellor and CEO of the Sri Lanka Institute of Technology, Professor Lakshma Ratanake, Chairman of Sri Lanka Institute of Technology, and many fellow board members. Welcome to you all. I am absolutely delighted to be with you here to share this very historic moment this evening, the launch of Curtin University Colombo. 2024 marks 77 years of democratic relations between Australia and Sri Lanka, a close friendship between our nations that is underpinned by extensive bilateral cooperation, including in education. It was 23 years ago, in 2001, when Curtin University and the Sri Lankan Institute of Technology began our friendship. It's been a long-standing partnership, and it has seen more than 2,500 Sri Lankan students graduate with Curtin degrees. Our partnership started with a top-up Bachelor of Science and Information Technology. Over the years, we have expanded to include a Bachelor's in Computing Systems and Networking, Bachelor in Software Engineering, and various other engineering disciplines. In 2021, Curtin began to offer full degree programs in Sri Lanka, and we moved locations to a new premise in Colombo City. And just last year, we introduced a new business stream with our Bachelor of Business Administration, a new PhD scholarship program, and established new student exchange opportunities. Currently, over 600 Curtin students are enrolled in Sri Lanka to study computing, engineering, and business. Our partnership also extends to SLIT staff. I'm proud to say that many of the academic staff at SLIT who are teaching in Curtin programs also hold PhDs from Curtin and have spent time teaching on our Bentley campus in Western Australia. Diligently and persistently, we have grown and matured our partnership offerings in Sri Lanka. And I'd like to thank Professor Gamage and the SLIT board and staff for their wonderful collegiality throughout our journey. Tonight we launch Curtin University Colombo. This marks an exciting new chapter for Curtin and our Sri Lankan partnership. we are enormously proud to formally welcome the Sri Lankan campus to our global Curtin family. The Curtin University Colombo campus joins our established campuses in Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius, Dubai, and of course in Western Australia. This further solidifies Curtin's global campus network around the Indian Ocean Rim. With 5 international campuses, the joint highest number in different countries of any university in the world, Curtin is clearly a globally connected university. Our university is proudly named after Australia's 14th Prime Minister, the Honourable John Curtin, who is regarded as Australia's greatest and most trusted Prime Minister. His legacy saw Australia through World War II, while also laying the policy foundations for the nation's post-war prosperity. John Curtin was not a man of privilege. He was the shy son of working-class Irish immigrants. He left school at the age of 13, and his path to politics was not an easy one. It took him 4 tries to get elected to Parliament. He overcame many disadvantages and setbacks. His inspirational leadership and personal character provide many lessons on the importance of social justice, basic fairness, and the equality of all peoples. His legacy continues to inspire the spirit of our university. Much has been written about John Curtin, but for me, my greatest understanding of the man comes from his own words. John Curtin once said, "Above all things, the university must have a soul. In it, the divine spirit of service and sacrifice for service must pervade all of its works." Like John Curtin, I truly believe in the power of both educational mobility and engagement at an international level. These experiences lift communities out of poverty, safeguard our environment, cure disease, prevent death, and secure peace, safety, and prosperity for people all across the world. Collaboration between nations, industries, and universities are essential for tackling the challenges that we face and for advancing the common good. Education plays a powerful role because it transforms individuals, but it also transforms families and communities and nations. Deep scholarship and expertise, knowledge and insight help us all not only to understand the challenges that we currently face, but to overcome them. Most importantly, education builds mutual respect, mutual understanding, and mutually beneficial partnerships and friendships. As we all know, these are the outcomes that are so essential to the future prosperity and stability of our global community, which is why we launched Curtin University Colombo. This is not only important for our respective institutions, but it's also important for the betterment of the local and global community. For our students in Sri Lanka, Curtin University Colombo means that they will be able to begin their higher education journey in Sri Lanka in this beautiful, purpose-built, state-of-the-art facility. They will have more career options available to them. Curtin Colombo allows us to broaden our undergraduate and postgraduate offerings into new industry-relevant fields such as health, AI, and the humanities. We also plan to enhance the research opportunities we provide here and industry engagement in this region. This campus also presents a gateway to study and research opportunities beyond Sri Lanka. Students will be able to seamlessly transfer to any of Curtin's campuses around the Indian Ocean Rim for a truly global educational experience. We know from reports, such as the British Council's Transnational Education in Sri Lanka report, that there are more students wanting to study than there are university places available in Sri Lanka. It is my hope that as we expand through Curtin University Colombo, we will be able to provide Sri Lankans with access to high-quality tertiary education so that they will be able to fulfill their passions and contribute to their local and global communities in important and lasting ways. I would also like to acknowledge and give my sincere thanks to the passionate people who have been part of our legacy and our very long journey in Sri Lanka. These people have helped to inspire Curtin University Colombo and led to its fruition. I look forward to seeing this campus, its students, and its staff flourish into the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM, for your very insightful address, sharing with us the vision behind Curtin University and how it shapes the future of education, not just in Australia, but in campuses across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're also extremely privileged that gracing our occasion here this evening as our special guest we have His Excellency Paul Stevens, the High Commissioner of Australia to Sri Lanka. Please allow me to officially introduce the High Commissioner to you. His Excellency Paul Stevens is a senior career officer with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Australia. His overseas experience includes roles as Deputy Head of Mission in Bangkok, concurrently permanent representative to the UN Economic and Social Commission of Asia and the Pacific, ambassador in Stockholm, first secretary, later counselor, United Nations in New York, and third secretary, Brasilia. His academic qualifications include a Bachelor of Arts from the Australian National University, a Graduate Diploma of Communications from the University of Canberra, and a Masters of Arts in International Relations at Deakin University. With this introduction, it's now our pleasure to invite His Excellency to share his thoughts with our gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome His Excellency Paul Stevens.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. I'd like to acknowledge Professor Harleen Hain, Vice-Chancellor of Curtin University, Professor Xiaotian Zhang, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Global at Curtin University, Professor Lalit Gamage, Chairman Curtin Colombo, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Chancellor of SLIIT, as well as all of the other key representatives from Curtin, from SLIIT, as well as all of you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Ayaboan, Vanakam, Assalamu alaikum, and good evening. It's really a great honour for me to be here this evening as your chief guest to launch Curtin University Colombo. The addition of Curtin University Colombo to the tertiary education landscape in Sri Lanka is a very significant step. It represents yet another demonstration of the strength of the education partnership between Australia and Sri Lanka and the ongoing focus of Australian tertiary education institutions in the Sri Lankan market. This ongoing focus is represented by the more than 30 Australian education providers which are operating in Sri Lanka currently. They have all built a strong reputation for delivering quality curricula and enjoyable student experiences. Furthermore, Australia is the leading destination for Sri Lankans studying abroad, and there are now 18,000 or over 18,000 Sri Lankan students in Australia, which is well in excess of the pre-COVID numbers, and we expect to see that number continue to grow. For their part, Sri Lankan students are very welcome in Australia. They have a reputation for hard work and dedication, and their presence makes a valuable contribution not just to campus life, but to Australia's rich and diverse multicultural society. The move to establish Curtin University Colombo represents a show of faith in Sri Lanka's socio-economic future. We're all aware of the travails Sri Lankans have endured over recent years, but what this move says is we believe in Sri Lanka. I think this move also taps into the sense of optimism that prevails after recent election results and the ambition for a future Sri Lanka defined by tolerance, transparency and unity. Furthermore, Sri Lanka's new government has been very clear about the importance of uplifting the country's education sector, improving tuition, employability and access. I don't believe it's a stretch to say that Curtin University's optimistic outlook about Sri Lanka's future is founded in the strength of its long-standing partnership with the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology, or SLIIT. As we've heard, this collaboration began in 2001. It's produced more than 3,000 graduates to date and tallies more than 700 students currently. The relationship was further solidified in 2020 with the establishment of the Curtin Colombo campus, the location for our festivities this evening, offering fully franchised Curtin degree programs in computing, engineering and business. So this evening we recognise the further evolution of Curtin Colombo into Curtin University Colombo, the 5th global campus in Curtin University's network. In Curtin University, located in Perth, Australia's beautiful city on the shores of the Indian Ocean, this network has a very strong mothership. Curtin University, as we've heard, is ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide and in the top 200 globally. As such, it is one of 15 Australian universities ranked in the global top 200. Curtin is a global university known for its research, industry partnerships and commitment to producing career-ready graduates. It numbers over 50,000 students, 3,000 staff, more than 80 partner institutions and 90 exchange partners. It's not surprising at all that SLIIT has proven such an able partner for Curtin, considering it is placed in the top 3 universities in Sri Lanka, producing highly employable graduates in IT and other sectors, and also benefiting from strong industry partnerships. So you might consider that the establishment of Curtin University Colombo represents a natural evolution in the Curtin SLIIT partnership, but I'm well aware that this evolution did not happen organically, and that there's been a huge amount of work from all involved, and I wish to congratulate all of those of you who have contributed to the important achievement that we are recognising this evening. Finally, to any students or prospective students, or perhaps even parents of prospective students in the audience tonight, I would encourage such students to take full advantage of the facilities that Curtin University Colombo offers to solidify current economic stabilisation and then move to longer-term sustainable dynamic growth. Sri Lanka needs people with work-ready skills in fields such as computing, engineering and business. Uplifting human resource capability is essential for Sri Lanka to achieve the goal of a more agile and export-oriented economy which takes advantage of the country's strategic location on important trade routes in the Indian Ocean region near to large and prospective markets. In short, Sri Lanka needs people with the skills that graduates of Curtin University Colombo will acquire, and I encourage students and graduates to apply those skills here in Sri Lanka, where you can make a real difference to your country's future. Once again, congratulations to all on the launch of Curtin University Colombo, and best wishes as the Curtin SLIIT partnership moves into the next phase of its success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Paul Stevens, for sharing with us your thoughtful message as well as your best wishes as Curtin University officially launches in Colombo. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we would like to showcase before all of you the incredible story behind the collaboration between SLIIT and Curtin University. So the upcoming video that will be on screen right now will highlight key milestones as well as the shared vision that has brought together these two esteemed educational institutions. Let's turn our attention to the screen and take a look.
Every great journey begins with a dream. It all began with a vision, a dream to empower the minds of tomorrow. In 1999, SLIT was established, laying the foundation for world-class education in Sri Lanka. And just 1 year later, in 2000, a groundbreaking partnership with Curtin University, the first ever international partnership of its kind, was born. From introducing top-up programs to full-fledged engineering degrees, from launching cybersecurity and mechatronics to achieving global recognition, this partnership has stood the test of time. In 2021, fully franchised programs in information technology, software engineering, and more were introduced at SLIT International. From cybersecurity to business administration, we have continued to innovate and grow, building on our legacy of excellence. And now, in 2024, we celebrate a momentous milestone, the launch of Curtin University Colombo. Becoming the 5th Curtin branch and the regional hub for South Asia. Curtin University stands among the top 1% of universities worldwide and is a proud member of the Australian Technology Network. Our new branch in South Asia reflects our commitment to shaping the leaders of tomorrow right here in Sri Lanka. This journey would not have been possible without the visionaries who believed in this partnership. This is Curtin University. Welcome to a new era where the best of both worlds come together, blending global excellence with local opportunity to shape a brighter future for all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw on screen was a glimpse into a journey of collaboration between SLIIT and Curtin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to a very important moment in today's celebration, the signing of the joint statement to officially announce the establishment of Curtin University Colombo as Curtin University's 5th global campus. I'm sure you all agree this marks a historic milestone for us, and therefore to now sign the agreement on stage, I'd like to invite Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM, Vice-Chancellor, Curtin University, Australia, and we'd also like to invite Professor Lalit Gamage, Chairman, Curtin Colombo, Vice-Chancellor and CEO at SLIIT. As they join us up, ladies and gentlemen, can we please give them a huge round of applause? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment that has been years in the making, and it's truly a monumental partnership for all of us as we have both institutions formalizing this incredible collaboration, officially announcing to the world the establishment of Curtin University Colombo as Curtin University's 5th global campus. And we will now have the exchange of the documents, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put our hands together as we mark this fantastic milestone, the launch of Curtin University Colombo. We say thank you very much. We'd like to invite the two dignitaries to step in front of the table right now. We have another little formality, so step in front of the table for us. And as you do so, I'd like to invite on stage two other dignitaries to please join. We'd like to invite Professor Xiaotian Zhang, who is Deputy Vice-Chancellor Global for Curtin University. And we'd also like to invite Professor Lakshman Ratnaikar, Chancellor, SLIIT, to please join us up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to commemorate the establishment of Curtin University Colombo with the presentation of a very special plaque, which is going to recognize its position as Curtin University's 5th global campus. So I'd now like to invite Professor Harleen Hain, CNZM, and Professor Xiaotian Zhang to please present this plaque to Professor Lakshman Ratnaikar and Professor Lalit Gamage. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together as we recognize this very meaningful moment. Shared commitment to academic excellence and innovation right here in Sri Lanka, with the launch of Curtin University Colombo. And with that, of course, we say thank you very much to our dignitaries from Curtin University, Australia, Curtin University, Colombo, joining us up. Thank you. We invite you to take your seats in the audience right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we thank our dignitaries for marking this special milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost drawing close to the end of our formal proceedings at our launch ceremony here this evening. Before we wrap up, of course, it's time to appreciate a few key contributors who have made this a very significant and special evening for us. To sum up our appreciation in the official vote of thanks, we have Pro Vice Chancellor of SLIIT International, Professor Mahesha Kapuru Bandara. I'd like to officially take a few minutes to introduce her to you, ladies and gentlemen. A distinguished academic leader and pioneer in transnational education, Professor Mahesha Kapuru Bandara has dedicated over 25 years to SLIIT. As a founding member, she played a crucial role in establishing the partnership with Curtin University. Currently serving as the Pro Vice Chancellor International at SLIIT International, Professor Mahesha is committed to academic excellence and, of course, international collaborations and global education. Her previous role as Dean International at SLIIT was instrumental in enhancing the institution's global reputation and expanding its international partnerships. With a rich academic background, Professor Mahesha has also held positions at Western Sydney University, the University of Uppsala in Sweden, and the University of Nanjing in China. With this introduction, to now officially deliver the vote of thanks, let's welcome on stage Professor Mahesha Kapuru Bandara.
Thank you for that introduction, Sushma. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency Paul Stevens, the High Commissioner of Australia to Sri Lanka, Vice Chancellor of Curtin University, Professor Harleen Hayne, Chairman of Curtin Colombo, and Vice Chancellor and CEO of SLIIT, Professor Lalit Gamage, Chairman and Chancellor of SLIIT, Professor Lakshman Ratnayake, esteemed representatives from diplomatic missions, government departments, universities, professional organizations, and the corporate sector, school principals, recruitment consultants, colleagues, alumni, parents, and students. It is such a wonderful evening. Today, we come together not just to celebrate the launch of Curtin University Colombo, but to mark the creation of an educational bridge that connects Sri Lanka to the world. This is a momentous occasion, and it takes on special significance because of your presence, visionary leaders, partners, well-wishers, and friends, joining us to mark this milestone. The launch of Curtin University Colombo marks the beginning of a new chapter that will shape the future of education in Sri Lanka and beyond. So it's a privilege and an honor for me to deliver the vote of thanks on this remarkable occasion. Your Excellency Paul Stevens, your presence is a testimony to the strong ties between Australia and Sri Lanka, and our shared commitment to empowering young people with opportunities that extend beyond borders. We are honored by your presence, and we look forward to working with you to realize the full potential of this initiative. To the Vice Chancellor of Curtin University, Professor Harleen Hayne, your visionary leadership has been the keystone in the realization of Curtin University Colombo. Your choice of Sri Lanka as the home for a new global campus, it reflects Curtin's confidence in the talent and potential of our nation. Thank you for your trust and confidence. To the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Global, Professor Xiao Tianzheng, and Team Curtin, your commitment, tireless efforts, and passion have been instrumental in reaching this landmark. Thank you for standing by us through every challenge. It has been an incredible journey of shared vision and collaboration. Thank you again. To our chairman of Curtin University, Colombo, Professor Lalit Gamage, your dynamic vision, dedication, and determination have made Curtin University, Colombo a reality. Under your leadership, we are poised to transform this campus into a hub of innovation and global learning. Thank you for your inspiration and guidance. And I acknowledge the invaluable guidance of SLIT Chairman, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, and SLIT Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Nimal Rajapaksha, and the contributions of SLIT and SLIT international leadership teams. A heartfelt thank you to our academic and administrative teams here and in Australia. Your commitment and hard work have been instrumental in bringing Curtin's world-class education to Sri Lanka. Your efforts have laid a solid foundation for our students to dream big and achieve greater heights. This launch is a tribute to each of you, and we can't wait to see the remarkable outcomes of our students will achieve with your guidance. And now, a sincere thank you for our industry partners and government representatives. Your support ensures that the institution remains responsive, relevant, and impactful. Together, we are shaping the future of our youth and their contribution to the nation. I thank our incredible students and their supportive families for believing in us. You are the heartbeat of this institution. We look forward to seeing you grow, innovate, and make a meaningful impact, not just in Sri Lanka, but across the globe. A big thank you for our teams from SLIT and SLIT International for superbly organizing this amazing event. Your tireless efforts and creativity are truly inspiring. And now finally, to everyone gathered here, thank you for joining us in this celebration as we embark on this exciting new journey. Together, we look forward to a future of educational excellence, global collaboration, and lasting impact. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much to Professor Mahesha Kapuru Bandara for those warm words of gratitude expressed to everybody involved in making this evening a brilliant occasion indeed. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're now coming to the conclusion of our official launch ceremony of Curtin University, Colombo. In closing, once again, I extend my heartfelt thank you to everybody gathered here because your presence have made this a truly memorable evening. Before we wrap up, I'd also like to tell you that in a very short while from now, we will have entertainment commencing on stage. We have our dancers from the Channa Upuli Performing Arts Foundation who will be ready to enthrall us with a vibrant performance in just a bit. And following that, we will also have our students performing. We have our gifted musicians and singers, including Goviru Pereira, Ramiro Seniviratna, Johan Kevin, Chavisha Mudalpat, Tisarani Paramita, and Venuka Senanaika. They'll be joining us right after Channa Upuli's performance. So please stay back, enjoy the entertainment, enjoy the cocktails which are served outside, and we look forward to a wonderful evening in your company. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and here's to many, many more years of world-class excellence in education. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. After that scintillating performance from our dancers, we have our student performers who will be ready to showcase their talents in a short while from now. We'd like you to use this time to go outside and help yourselves to the cocktails at the bar and enjoy some fellowship. We'll be back very shortly with the rest of the entertainment. Thank you very much.